So this is a bit of a pop-up video of something that has been reminded to me. But even now, 32 years on from the disaster, it stirs a powerful emotion in Liso Pacific players who saw it unfold. This takes us back to 1989 and just 1 week after the disaster at Hillsborough, when the FA Cup final was played at Old Trafford in Manchester, the Women's FA Cup final that is, and this was the only time that the FA Cup has come to the Wirral Peninsula. And as the final whistle blown at Old Trafford, just for a little while, the Wirral team beamed with pride and elation. Against the odds, they had beaten the favourites to lift the cup, but it will be not long before their smiles returned to sorrow. For only 7 days earlier, 3 of the Liso squad had been in the Leppins Lane end at Hillsborough, witnessing football's darkest day. But this match at Old Trafford was a thriller. Winger Jan Murray put Liso ahead, but 2 goals from Powell, now the Brighton manager, gave Fulham the lead, and Harper recalls a half-time rollicking. From Jackson, the Welsh forward Louise Thomas made it 2-2 before the winner was struck with 15 minutes by Joy McQuinnan. Even now, it gives me goosebumps, said Harper. The game was absolutely fantastic, really end-to-end stuff, and towards the end, they were holding on. It was such a rush, such a release of emotions. Liso Pacific are now called Everton Ladies, and their roots go back to before then, when they were called Hoylake WFC. But in 1988, they were renamed as Liso Pacific after merging with the Dolphins and winning a first league title. So where did Liso actually play? Well, we have to go to Morton, to Upton Road. And if we zoom in just to the side of Upton Road, we see this curved cul-de-sac, Fulford Park, typical modern day housing estate. But if we go back to the 1970s, we can see the football pitch in question. This is where Liso played eventually, even though it's not in Liso, it's actually in Morton. But let's take a look a little bit more recently. So if we take a look on Google Earth, we see this modern day housing estate here. But let's go back to the year 2000. Well, here is the remains of the pitch and the clubhouse, which is just up here, fed by this lane down the back in between these 2 houses. So I'll go in and have a look at the minutes. But also interestingly, if we could skip forward a bit, you notice here a house had been demolished just to let this road through for this housing estate here. Otherwise there was no way for anyone to access it. So our whole house was demolished to get to it, even though it could have come in from that side maybe. But let's take a look on Street View and see where that entrance actually was. So here we are, just opposite the school. So here we are. Maybe this is your house. If so, hello. The actual entrance this is where the house is missing. There was a house there, and this is the entrance to that new estate, as we can see there. And this section here is the old entrance to the FA Cup winning squad of 1989 Liso Pacific, just down this part of the driveway. And if we go into Fulford Park, we can actually see where the FA Cup winners' home was. This is where the clubhouse used to be. This is the goal area, and that is where the football pitch was. So there's a little bit of local FA Cup football history for you.